check before if everything is working. On Twitter seems to be the case. Okay, I just got the notification, and let me check the YouTube channel. Live. Yep. It's working. Okay, we
All
got
good.
everything.
All
Perfect.
right.
Sorry, everyone, by
Cool.
the way. We got
Yeah.
a small issue
Yeah,
with
thank you
the
guys
setup.
for sorry guys for the short delay that we had. We were solving some technical issues. Welcome to another Massa Community Live. It's been quite a couple of weeks, but we had DCC going on, a bunch of things in the background that have happened, a bunch of new developments, and a bunch of projects that we're trying to manage at the same time. And now we're back, but thankfully we're back with a lot of people on this panel. So we're happy to see you all again. In the meanwhile, if you missed us, hopefully you took a look at the podcast that I did last week with Hypernest. And there should be another one going live, I think today or tomorrow, maybe that was pre-recorded a few days ago. So if you want to see some more stuff about Massa, some of our internal thoughts about the blockchain and anything that might be happening, then feel free to check those out. And yeah, today we are joined by Damir, the CEO of Massa Labs, which is
Hi.
our innovation team, technical team that has been pushing our technology forward, and Sebastian, the CEO of Massa Foundation, which is managing
Hello.
marketing, business development, and all of the management behind the Massa network. And of course, Joao, our head of marketing.
Hello, guys. And you
How have you guys
also.
been? It's been a while.
Yeah, it was actually it has been a while. I haven't come to speak here at these AMAs. I used to do a lot of them. It's because we've been quite busy. We're gonna present you what we have done. So yeah, very glad to be here again and to talk to the community again.
Yeah, happy to be here also. Last time was for the governance presentation, I think. So yeah, I think it's a good moment to tell you more about what happened since then, and maybe also what's going to happen in the next future.
Yeah, sounds good. Shall we get started? What happened? What has been going on? Tell the people.
Okay, maybe I can start with the technical side. We've been very busy. We've been very busy since let's say beginning 2025. If we do a little retrospective here, uh, since the beginning of the year, in January we have launched the D-Web. So the first fully decentralized web, fully on-chain, fully replicated over all the nodes, fully censorship resistant. The first time we have really fully on-chain websites that work end-to-end. So this was deployed in January, and it's working now in production. We have 60 plus websites deployed on it, and quite a few companies have already onboarded. Typically, our biggest success stories are with Adamant, who is a decentralized chat, and they're actively using Massa's D-Web in order to circumvent censorship in different countries. So this is a big success for the D-Web. We also have Dcenter, for example, who have included the D-Web in their browser. It's now supported natively in their browser, so try it out as well, Dcenter. In January, we have also worked on getting support for Massa inside MetaMask through MetaMask Snaps. So now it's working on desktop, so feel free to play with it. It's published and it's being updated regularly, so feel free to try it out. Um, in March, we've had the new version of the Massa wallet, the official wallet, with auto sign features. So now we can actually you can actually record the fact that you want to save the authorization for a given website to perform transactions, so you don't have to validate every time. So this is a big feature that was released with 0.05 in March. Then in May, we continued with the D-Web plugin for Massa Station. So now in Massa Station, you can launch a local D-Web provider. Remember how the decentralized web works in Massa. You can access it either through public providers, but then it's not very private, or you can run it locally, run a server locally, a proxy locally that allows you to access completely anonymously the decentralized web. And this is what this Massa Station plugin that we released in May was for. So feel free to play with it as well. Then in May, we released the biggest update of the Massa node, the mainnet node ever. It contains major improvements in RAM usage. It has major security audit fixes, and it has one huge feature that we have been discussing for a while, and now it's in production since May. It's deferred calls. So it's a bit of a companion to autonomous smart contracts. It's a different type of autonomous smart contracts that allows smart contracts to book a slot of execution in advance to be able to program future executions exactly at a given date with guaranteed execution. So these open the door to many things. For example, DCAs on DUSA and others, but Sebastian will tell you more about that. Anyway, in June, we moved forward and we finished this delivery with the mainnet version 3. So it is finalized the transition to the 3 point something versions of the Massa node. You should see quite a few changes there. The API has been improved, the performance has been improved, and the system is ready to support way more things. In June, we added support for Bitcoin on the Massa bridge. So now you can actually wrap Bitcoins from Ethereum to Massa. So feel free to play with it. And there's already quite a few pools supporting it on the DEXs. So try it out. And in July, we finally finished all the big security audits that we started like months ago. And now we have a whole audit of the security system of the execution system of the Massa node by Certic. So it's all been published on the Certic Skynet website. So feel free to check it out. It's a huge amount of work, but now Massa is more secure than ever. And so yeah, that was the main past achievements. And maybe Seb, you can tell us more about the ecosystem side.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, many projects launched on Massa or integrated Massa. So of course, I told you about the governance platform. Soon after it was launched, there was a few votes that passed. So on this platform, basically any staker can give a proposal for an improvement of anything related to Massa. And then there is a voting phase, and then we will implement anything that passes the vote. So in the first week, there was 4 proposals and 1 passed. So we were very happy of these results. That proposal was from the community to reduce the inflation rate so that there is a bit less tokens in circulations. So this pattern can be used anytime. If you have an idea for improvement, please have a look. Any staker can create a proposal. That was in April, and also around this time there was the NFT marketplace called Shifties that launched. That was built by other teams, and another decentralized exchange called EagleFi in May, I think. And also the most OG projects, they continue to make big updates, like, of course, DUSA, they launched their DCA, and their own token also, that was in June. So congrats. And also Perfect Universe, also one of the first projects on Massa, the first NFT marketplace. They made a lot of updates. They launched their token a while ago, but now it's also listed on CoinGecko. Whereas Mass Explore, so the not an official explorer by Alte also, they updated with MRC20 support, which we don't have on the main Explorer, so that's great. Now, in terms of partner integrations, well, Damir mentioned Adamant. That's using DWeb to resist censorship, so that's very huge for us. There was Let's Exchange that listed Massa, so that we can easily trade Massa without going through a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange. Decenter to use DWeb very easily. And we also integrated DeFi Llama very recently in July. And on the mobile side, we just released a beta version of the mobile wallet. So you can try it now. It's on Discord. We will tell you a bit more later. And a node manager plugin for Massa Station. So you will be able to spin a node like in a few seconds or minutes. We'll see. On the maybe more marketing side, we tried many initiatives. We did quest campaigns with Certic, Interact, Pulsar. We did also on the community side a DWeb contest. We had very nice decentralized projects, 100% decentralized projects with their front ends on DWeb. And yeah, Damir touched a bit on it. We went to a few big events this year, mainly East Denver and East CC in Cannes. I think next event will be in his conference in Dortmund with Damir. So these events are very good for Massa awareness, for starting new partnerships, and even sometimes to help us improve the narrative of how we talk about Massa. So yeah, we'll tell you a bit more about future marketing actions also in a bit.
Nice, thank you very much.
That's good. And maybe it's also worth mentioning that I think we were at some other minor events as well, like some more niche ones around decentralization and privacy. I think Tatiana was at one of them by herself as well. So we're trying our best to join as many of them as possible.
Yep. We kind of missed something about the structure of this live. It may be a bit longer than the other ones. Basically, there will be a bit of everything. We just did kind of a recap of all the stuff that we did in the past months. We'll have some demos of some new stuff that we just released. We'll go a bit more into the marketing activities and other stuff on both sides, labs and foundation. And then I think we can jump a bit more into the questions. If you guys have any questions, you can drop them live. I'm sorry, but I don't think anyone here can read Russian, so please put them in English if you can. But yeah, we'll keep all of the questions to the end. But yeah, just wanted to add that there. And yeah, where should we go now? Should we go with some of the demos?
Yeah, I think it's demo time, right?
Okay, perfect. Seb, yeah, if you want to share your screen, I can show it up for everyone.
Yes, one sec. Yep, we will start with the mobile wallet.
Got it.
So right now I'm on emulator, so it's a bit slower and not as easy as on the phone, but you can see the main idea is just to show you how it looks like. So it's here. We call it Massa Station Mobile. So it's a project that was initially in a part of the grant program built by Joseph. So there is a Dart library to use Massa tools, make operations, etc. And the core, the front end, mobile front end in Flutter. And I made some tweaks to have some logos and yeah, a few other UI improvements. So I logged in already, so you won't see the login screen, but that's the main wallet page. That was a page where with all my wallets, you can create new wallets. You can import one if you have already a private key. I put some Massa on this one, so I can select it and I can see my tokens. I can send. I will try. I can choose one address in the list of addresses I already have. Send to Massa. So this is pretty basic, but it was missing from our any app, so that's cool. We have it. About 30 seconds. It's for now. It's waiting the transaction to be final. So it will take 30 seconds, and let's wait for it. There are many things that are hidden, like transaction fee. Like if you don't want to bother, you just click send, it will work like that. Okay, funds transferred to this other address, and I guess it's this one. Yeah, now you see the balance increased. Anyway, that was sending Massa tokens. Of course, we plugged to DOSA to do some swaps if we want. So I can swap Massa to USDC, and that's using DOSA in the backend. I can use wrapped ETH, wrapped Massa, and I guess we will integrate the other ones that are on DOSA in another step. But I won't demo it. It's easy. And the last one, the last page we put is a general explorer, so you can search for stakers, for operations, for addresses, etc., etc. Nothing fancy here. But what we want to do in the future is add the web explorer. Maybe replace this one by the web explorer, where you can just search for websites that are on Massa with a in-app browser. So you won't need to install any other thing. Yeah, that's mainly it for the wallet. Did I miss anything? What's here?
No, I think that's about it. Yeah, like people can use the Explorer. If you need to copy any transactions and go and check them out individually, you can do so. You can switch them between mainnet and testnet if needed. We know that one important thing would be to have a browser as well, so people can access all of the applications, but that will be addressed in a later stage. So for now, we will do a beta test, make sure that everything is solid, and we will keep polishing it gradually and making sure that it's as solid as any other wallet in the market.
Yeah, I dropped the link, by the way, for the tweet that talks about the the beta version testing. So anyone can do it. It's only on Android for now, but yeah, if you want to join it, you can, and you can join the Discord channel. We'll pick some of the best advice and feedback that we have there.
And we're gonna work on, of course, also making it supported on iOS. And when everything is ready, we should look also into the security of it, because for now nobody has really looked deep into the security of it. It's still in development, so it's still in beta. Don't put all your funds on it just yet.
Good advice. Okay, nice.
And we have another demo that we didn't tease, I think. So that's
Not yet. Yeah.
not yet. That's a node manager. So many people in the community ask for an easier way to run a node, and it's here thanks to Massa Labs, of course. So it's a plugin to Massa Station. Many of you know Massa Station already, where you can see your wallet. You can also explore the web since not too long ago. And now we have this node manager. So it's open already here. So it's a plugin you install like other plugins in one click. And it brings you to this page. You see the page, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can choose the network. You have a few options here, but the main thing is a one-click button to start the node. And we know what happens in the background, like it's trying to bootstrap to get the latest state from the other nodes. And in, I don't know, maybe 1 minute, there will be the node running. There's not much to show you because it's very simple and it just worked, or at least it worked earlier when I tried. And there's not much to do apart from seeing what's your history of Massa tokens or the tokens you earned with staking. Here you will be able, when the node is up, you will be able to see the staking addresses, to add ones, and also to buy roles. that's something you could not do in Massa Station wallet, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's true. So just to precise a bit on the node part here on the top, the idea is that you ask it to start a node and auto restart, so it's gonna run in the background, and you can close, you can forget. If the node crashes, it's gonna restart it automatically, so don't need to bother anymore. You can run it on your laptop, for example. While it's running, it's gonna figure it out to make sure the node's running. And for each of the staking addresses you have added, you can choose the target amount of roles, and the system is going to try to keep that amount of roles. So if you lose the roles, it's going to rebuy them automatically, etc., etc. So overall, it should automatically manage your node locally on your computer, and you can literally close the browser and forget about it. Yeah, it actually launches a local node on your computer. Yeah, you still need to configure the routability. That's something we're gonna add to the system, but for now, it still it operates without routability by default.
Did you say I can close? I can even close the.
Yeah, you can close the browser, not the Massa Station program, but the browser is gonna run in the background.
That's really nice.
My phone has troubles with the connection, and
it's okay. Maybe we can talk about how different. I mean, I keep repeating this on podcasts, but this is very different from other networks, where running a node is typically not accessible for your average person. You either need some monster rig to be able to run a node and mine anything at all, or it would be completely useless in the end because most of the network is controlled by higher powers. On Massa, it's incredibly simple. Like pretty much anybody in the world would be able to afford to run a node, and the technical requirements are very, very low as well. So feel free. Now you have an even easier way than it was before. So you literally can do it in a couple of clicks. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And yeah, you can stake, you can make some profit off of it and gather some more moss, and also help with the decentralization of the network in general. So I think this is probably one of the biggest updates we've had so far, at least from a user's perspective. And it's something that we will push quite heavily with marketing as well, and trying to get more people engaged into the network directly this way. And maybe we can discuss this a little bit later as well.
So again, it's a little word of warning. It's still in beta version. There's gonna be bugs. Play with it, find the bugs, and report them. It's gonna help us a lot.
By the way, we have some questions about the node running. I don't know, Damir, if it's something that you want to answer about, but yeah.
Maybe while Sebastian comes back, I'm gonna go through the few questions that we already have.
Okay.
Nice hearing from Damir. Thank you, guys. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm in the community, but not much in there.
If you scroll a little bit, we have some of them about the node manager. I don't know if maybe we can when we can do a special article about this to try to explain it a little bit more. But yeah,
of course,
maybe it's just on the technical side.
Yeah, so I'm gonna unstack them while Sebastian comes back, quickly from bottom to top. How is the cost calculated for autonomous smart contracts? Depends. If it's the async messages mode where smart contracts send transactions, basically, it works the same as transactions. Smart contracts choose the fee they put, but when you choose your fee, maybe it's gonna be too low, and maybe you won't be executed or executed late. If your fee is right, it's gonna be executed. In the case of deferred calls, the execution is guaranteed. Is the only time, for the first time in blockchain history, a smart contract is capable of planning a future call. And the way it works is inspired by airplane booking. Basically, when you book an airplane, it's going to have a future price prediction market. And we use similar algorithms to predict the future price of a unit of gas that you're going to be using. So the smart contract is going to first ask, it's a two-round system, it's going to first ask for an estimate, basically a quote of the costs on how much it's going to cost to execute a given amount of gas at a given time. The system is going to atomically respond with an estimate. If the smart contract accepts the quote, it's going to register it, and it's going to be guaranteed to be executed there. And the estimates happens using basically a future gas cost estimate function. That's it. Burn the fee of transactions. Well, actually, if we burn the fee of transactions, there's absolutely no incentive for a node runner to include a transaction, at least no direct incentive. So if you look at the proposals that are in the forum, there's a few where we dynamically adjust the burn rates of fees. Feel free to have a look at it, and if you're interested, feel free to propose it for a vote. Again, I think it is one was voted against the first time, but feel free to propose it against or adjust it, and we can rediscuss it. We always welcome any kind of initiatives. Yeah. Then there was a question on, can you stake directly via Node Manager? Yeah, it launches a node locally on your computer and you can stake with it. Just be careful to not double stake. If you already have a node running with the same address on a VPS or something, you might double stake, which is gonna cause slashing. So please make sure that you only have that node running if you play with it.
I'm back, Damir.
Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Sorry, it was a bit too much for my phone, the node, because I was routing for my computer. So node plus restream plus camera sharing and everything. My phone died of heat. So don't do all of it at the same time from a phone.
Okay. So maybe I could just quickly unstack the questions. Reliability we answered. Can we control remote servers yet? Not yet. For now, it's just local nodes, but we are thinking of adding these in the future to be able to administer from your Massa station directly, and even the mobile Massa station eventually, your node that's on the VPS. That's gonna be the next steps. It would be nice to point to another node for secret key security. I'm not sure what that means, but the idea is that if you have a local node running, you access the D-Web using your own node. You do everything using your own node. You don't even trust an RPC anymore. And this is something quite unique in the blockchain world. Can we add auto detect for double node prevention? Actually, we have already added this in the nodes. Whenever a node detects that it has been slashed from one role, or even that there's some double staking happening, it immediately shuts down. You'll see your node shut down. Just if you have by any chance set up some kind of auto restart or something, you might retry eventually. So please be careful about this. Can we select the wallet we want to stake on the node manager? Yes. Basically, Sebastian hasn't shown the whole thing, but once your node has bootstrapped, it shows the list of wallets you want to stake with. You can choose one or multiple of them and choose the number of roles as a goal you want on each one of them to be kept. But feel free to play with it and give us some news. Sorry, Sebastian. I was filling up the time you were off by answering all the questions, so feel free to take over.
Thank you. Well, I cannot show you more about the Massa Node Manager because it's killing my phone. But yeah, if you have any other question, feel free. And that was all for these two demos. Hope you liked it. So there's a beta right now for the mobile wallet. You can try it. The APK for Android is on Discord. And the beta for the Node Manager, did you say when it will start? Maybe we don't know, but very soon.
Actually, it's already, the beta for the Node Manager is already started today. So if you make sure you have the latest Massa station installed, and in the plugin store, you will find the plugin is ready. You're gonna find Node Manager ready to be installed.
Perfect. Can we run a node on a mobile, like completely on the mobile? I think some people tried.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, it doesn't follow the specification we recommend, but some people in the community have done it and have published images and stuff to do it. So feel free to contact them directly in the community, but this is not officially supported right now because it doesn't follow the specs. Okay. Sorry, we deviated a bit from our original plan here. Just to get back on track. Maybe Sebastien, I don't know if Joao, you presented a bit the marketing things, and maybe Seb, in general, the big vision.
I will intro a bit the general idea. So the ecosystem is growing with very nice projects, as you've seen, but we all want more activity, more users, more projects, maybe also more impact in real life. So that's why we're doing two things, I think, at the same time. The first one is working on improving the Web3 marketing to attract users, builders, to attract more community. And we'll tell you a bit more with Joe and Daniel. And the second thing we do is to explore more long-term organic projects that will have big implications in usual Web2 products. So things that could bring a lot of usage on the Massa blockchain, and that really need a blockchain to function properly. So Damien will tell you more later, like a few ideas on these topics. I think we are doing these two things in parallel. So improve Web3, improve marketing, improve attraction, have more builders. And on the other side, try to go a bit into the Web2 route, where blockchain is very useful. And we have plenty of ideas. So one thing we did on the marketing side, community marketing, is the Massa Beats program. It started a few weeks ago. The goal is to incentivize on-chain activity, to increase our metrics, to have more people using and testing the apps. In practice, you can earn points if you run a node, if you use apps, etc., etc. And of course, there's a reward and an airdrop at the end. So with this, we want to improve the metrics, and in the end, with this to find bigger partnerships, and overall to have more builders and more activity. I don't know, maybe Daniel, you want to give more details on the program?
Yeah, sure. Hopefully people are already familiar with it, but if they didn't check it out yet, Massabits is a program where they can earn points for supporting the network. This can mean various types of things. You have quite a good overview on the website if you head over to it, so you can see all of the protocols that are participating in the program actively, which ones you can interact with, and points that you can get from them. We haven't specified exactly what the game theory is behind it, because otherwise it would be broken very easily and abused by specific people. But you can figure it out by yourself. If I had to give you some tips, like, there are very logical combinations that you can do. Like, if you bring money on chain through the bridge, and then you do something else like swapping or providing liquidity, of course, it's going to be two separate types of tasks that compound with each other and give you more points. So there's different strategies like that you can take advantage of, that we designed in the past few months with the program. And ultimately, yeah, we have a solid amount of months that will be delivered through this program. We intend to continue it as well after season 1. So we're looking at a long-term commitment. And this is part of our idea to kind of match all of the worlds together. So you can't have a project that is just focused on marketing, and you can't have a project that is just focused on technology. So we want to have the marketing. We want to have incentives for people that join on chain through the marketing, so they have something to do and something to incentivize them to keep on going, so we can increase our metrics. And then we also want to have the technology that focuses around our core model. So keeping everything decentralized, keeping freedom of speech, privacy, and so on. So it's kind of a way to collide all of the worlds together in order to hopefully make one of the best blockchains out there.
Thanks. And on the marketing side and campaigns to attract more communities, we want to push this Massabits program to have more adoption, to boost the ecosystem projects with a new agency, a marketing agency that will help us. And I think the main goal is to onboard new node runners. Also because we have now this easy node manager, new node runners and new users, new testers for the apps. Yeah, so maybe Joe, you have more insights on this topic.
Yeah, because I was also seeing some questions about the metrics. Basically, as Seb was saying, we'll need to work with a marketing agency for the very simple reason that the foundation is quite small in terms of all the work that will need to be done on that side. So and I think it's very beneficial for us to work with someone like this. Basically, we'll have this agency that is going to start to help us to activate new communities, basically worldwide, uh, especially in this first phase. Um, Basically, we'll have two ways to do these things, and that's why it's really important for us now to have the node manager and also to have the master bits program, because the way that I see it is that is mainly two tools in terms of marketing for us that will help us a lot. And yeah, basically we have two ways of doing this thing. The first will be the node manager. The goal here is to attract new node runners, and especially in I would say emerging countries, because as we just explained, and as you could see during the demo, it's very easy to do it. And also, as Daniel was saying, in terms of pricing, is very cheap to run a node on Massa, whether it is in terms of the token value for it or in terms of the PC that you need to do it. So basically, I think that would really help us to get a foot into these new emerging countries that we are not that much implemented into. And the second way would be the Massive Bits program. Both of them are linked because maybe I'm unveiling something, but the fact of running a node can also give you points for the Massive Bits program. So there you go, I said it. I won't say how many, but you can figure out by yourself. And the goal is to, with these two phases, we can push people first from the node running and then push everything into the Master Bits program. Because as Seb was explaining, we have a lot of objectives for that program. I would say that the goal is to finish all of the setup for this in August, because the Web3 industry is a bit more calm, and then double down in September when most of the activity is back. I think that would be a nice way to do things. We also have some other stuff. So that's basically what we'll do with the agency. But also on the social side, so less maybe on the on-chain side of things, we'll also push some other stuff by ourselves. You probably saw some tweets that were running around. We did kind of a small micro-influencer campaign to see how it could work also with the Master Bits program, but not only. So that's one of the things that we wanted to try. And we'll also have a bigger campaign with Descon that should start really soon. And the idea is that basically that's the top of the funnel for us. And then we bring most of these people into either the node running stuff or the Master Bits program. Yeah, I would say that's basically it.
There's also ongoing hackathons with Akindo.
Yep.
Daniel, you want to touch a bit on this one?
Yeah, that's something that we've been preparing for quite a while. We took a little bit of a look at the general landscape of hackathons. When you look at stuff like Dora Hacks, which is great, to be honest, because you can organize stuff very easily, and we might even use it in the future. It's not so good for projects that are non-EVM compatible, because most of the people that participate on the major hackathon platforms are typically farmers that recycle a lot of content and don't really come up with a lot of new things. Can be good in some cases, but in our case, we really need things that are very tailored to us. So we decided to go with Akindo. They run a little bit of a different program. So in their case, in our case as well, we have 5 different waves for the hackathon. We currently just completed wave 2. What this means is that builders don't have to rush things in a time frame of 2 weeks to 1 month. But rather they can build stuff gradually. So they can start off with an idea and a little bit of technical development in the beginning. If the idea is good, we review it, we give them feedback, we reward it a little bit, and they can continue through the other waves. And hopefully by the end of the 5th wave, we will have some projects that are near completion or almost ready to be on mainnet. Some of them have done quite well, even for wave 2 right now. So I'm pretty confident that we might have somewhere around 4 to 5 projects already that could be on mainnet at the end of wave 5. Right now, we're taking a break for August since a lot of people are going to be on vacation. Web3 is going to be kind of dead on August. We will restart wave 3 in September. So the builders that are already building will have more time to prepare for wave 3. And anyone that hasn't seen the hackathon so far will be able to join as well. So yeah, the goal behind it is to have more projects that are using ASC. So this will be new concepts that are related to ASC. I saw a lot of people that were submitting projects that were quite similar to Sintra, if not completely identical, or using the same type of source code. So if you are doing stuff like that, or excessively using ChatGPT or any other type of AI, and you want to participate in the Akindo hackathon, please avoid it. You can use AI, you can use any tool, but make sure that it doesn't look like it's completely generated at the end of it. Yeah, DWeb, another good point. If you can host it on DWeb, it's even better. That way, at the end of wave 5, we can have something that we can fully push. And if it is really good, we are more than happy to also help through the grant program. So if any of you guys are builders and you join this, you have a chance to also get funded afterwards if the project is very good and you have more milestones that you want to fulfill. And of course, especially if you're starting to get users, even better. I mean, it's 100% we will be with you and support you.
On
And
the
we can
grant
also
program,
add them to the Massa Bits program if.
Yeah, for sure. If you're on mainnet and you have on-chain activities that we can track easily, you can be in the Massa Bits program.
yeah. Touching on the grant program and grant and bounties, give a few words on this side. So indeed, it's working quite well. Many or most of the bounties that we put on the website are taken or finished. And so, for instance, the mobile wallet is now done. There is a decentralized chat ongoing. It's called Echo, 100% decentralized chat. There was Massa Files as a bounty that was finished a few weeks ago. And very recently, Massa Book and Massa Blogs, so decentralized social media and a decentralized blogging platform. These one were released. They are ready to be used, open source, so anyone can reuse the code to take over the project or publish them, deploy them. And in the future, we want to add more bounties. So feel free if you have any ideas of nice projects you want to see on Massa that makes sense given the strengths of the network. So high TPS, decentralization of front ends, back end, and the autonomous smart contracts. Just tell us and we might add it on the website. So that was for ongoing and future steps for the ecosystem and marketing community. Now, maybe Damir, if you want to tell a bit more on the other projects that Labs is working on.
Yes, thank you, Sebastian. So for now, what we have done is that we have summarized to you, we have told you that there's two directions that we're taking. One that's an immediate direction where we're going to focus on the Web3 marketing improvements, bring people to the blockchain itself, grow the ecosystem, push for more node runners, have all these marketing campaigns. And on the other side, we want to start immediately working on long-term projects, big projects that have real-world utility, where people outside of Web3 will be able to benefit from the good things of the blockchain for stuff for which the blockchain makes sense. It's not just some bullshit project. Here, the goal is to create stuff that's going to be used in the real world and that is going to be actually using Massa in the background, sometimes without people even realizing it's there. The goal is that it's going to be commercial big projects. So what's that? First, maybe before I dig into that, I'm gonna say there's my Ether wallet integration that's happening currently. We're gonna have we already have an integration. It's been sent for review. We're waiting for them. So that's a little parenthesis here. We also have a big project that's currently under NDA, so I cannot say more for now, but you're gonna see it appearing in the next months, hopefully. It's some kind of layer 2 on Massa for fast payments. I'm not gonna say more. So this is a big one that we're working on. It's a commercial project. Then we have started a venture from a spin-off from Massa Labs that's called Cléance.ai. The goal here is to create a new kind of bank. It's a core banking system where the core banking is tightly integrated inside Web3 and takes inspiration from many of the ways Web3 works. So it's a kind of a new kind of core banking where the goal is to leverage the possibilities of Massa to provide very new services that you haven't seen in banking before. And it's going to be a commercial product, and I'm gonna be announcing this in the Dortmund conference very soon. Just to give you an idea, it would allow Oracle-free integration of normal banking inside blockchain. So this is something that's being built. It takes a lot of effort. It's gonna take some time, but if this succeeds, we're gonna have a bank that's tightly integrated with Massa, and this would be very incredible. I'm not gonna say more for now, but this is a big part of our groundwork right now. Then we also have one huge project that we have started thanks to our collaboration with Polygon Maiden. So here we have been working on creating a new kind of fully decentralized, fully compliant KYC system that can be running at the people's homes without going through a third party, and this is gonna be actually benefiting Massa in priority. So we are currently waiting for the answers for the financing part. As soon as we have all the money locked on that side, we're gonna start working with a lot of efforts on this side in order to build this first fully decentralized, fully compliant KYC system directly on Massa. So this is another one of these big underdogs that are going on now, right now. So all these projects are huge. They take a lot of resources, a lot of time. If they succeed, they're gonna benefit Massa like crazy because it's gonna be real world applications. But this is something we are currently working on, and it's gonna take time, and we cannot tell much more. We're gonna be giving you informations as they appear, and please follow us on all the socials, and please follow also the conferences. We're gonna be announcing stuff, and hopefully, if this takes off, we're gonna bring real world use cases, not only people from Web3, also people from outside of Web3 to use Massa. So that's our hope in the future.
And in parallel, you continue to do all the improvements of the tooling and everything on Massa, right?
Right. So basically, in the meantime, we continue to, as I said, the implementation with My Ether wallet. It's going on. We have also a lot of redesign work on Massa Station to improve things around. DWeb also has seen quite a few improvements recently. For all those who are running providers, please update your providers because we have improved them massively. A lot of bug fixes, a lot of things here. Yeah, so we're continuing developing on this side, bug fixing, improvements, and new features. So please track it. Maybe it's time for some of the questions.
I think so. Is there anything else that we haven't covered so far from the chat?
Maybe I can go through the chat quickly if you guys is okay. So if I come back, yeah, thank you guys for posting the Android Node Runner system here. It's actually hosted on DWeb directly. That's funny. Thank you guys. Please play with this, but remember, it's not an official thing. Doesn't follow the specifications of a real node, but it allows you to run a node directly on your phone, which is insane. Anyway, somebody was saying in French. I'm gonna translate that in the vote system, they recommend that we burn part of the mass OGs of those who don't vote. Well, that's really not, I think, a good idea personally, because people will just automate things and just vote randomly, or just don't vote, or always vote no, so that they don't get burned. Because currently mass OGs are attributed only to active people anyways, people who stake actively. People who don't stake don't get mass OGs. So we already have a proof of activity. It's just that they don't vote when they don't feel it relevant to vote. We also don't want to push stuff forcibly on people who basically don't want it. So by default, people vote no. So that person is saying also that the latest proposals not pushed, not recommended by, I mean, not voted for by the Massa team were boycotted. I don't think they were. I think just we cannot force people to vote. Some people will vote, some people will not. By not voting, it's voting no. Basically, it's a default. So the idea is that, for example, one of the recent proposals was to burn part of the fees. That's something I as Massa Labs was voting for, but others voted against. Anyways, we lost, but that's fine. It's also part of the voting process. So can we see all the metrics that have improved? I think, Joao, you had answered that already. Yeah, I think that would be nice to think of some kind of post to track all the metrics that we want to improve and see how they evolve. We're gonna look into that.
Yeah, we can do some communication around that, but building something to check live all the metrics, it's a bit complicated. But yeah, the main one would be the TVL, I would say. That's the most important one for us. But we can also give you some insights about the active wallets and active node runners and stuff like that. Yeah. So,
Okay. Then there was a point to burn transaction fees. Well, first of all, there's the transaction fees on Massa are negligible. So even if we burn them, we won't gain much there. It won't change anything. But in practice, it's an idea that we have explored. If you look at the forum, something called dynamic inflation was proposed, where we burn dynamically part of the fees depending on activity. At high activity, we burn more. And it's actually something I proposed and I voted for. But overall it didn't pass because there was not a majority of votes. So feel free to rediscuss this if you want. It's on the forum and we can launch a new vote if people are interested. Set up auto compound for the nodes. Yes, this is part of the roadmap for the node manager. But for those who are running nodes themselves, you already have existing tools from the community. Feel free to use them. Then there was proposals to contact some people. We'll look into it. What about the game fully on chain? Yeah, there's a few games already on Massa. Feel free to check the community, and there's also some bounties around this. So if you prefer to build them, feel free to play with it. But there's already some games, so have a look.
Yeah, there's
just to
a
mention.
game for tower defense, but it's mainly a suggestion. Like you can build any other type of game that is using the web and ASC, and it will be fine.
Yeah, we will most likely change this to a general bounty in the future, so people are more free to submit something else. And right now, through Akindo, there was also one that was based around Scribble, so the drawing game. And right now, they're working on smart contracts, ASC integrations. They want to have profiles with evolvable NFTs. They want to automate all of the actions in game, so they are tracked on chain. So that could be pretty interesting as well. I like it.
Then there was a question, is anyone working on ledger integration? I think there was a bounty on this.
So the thing about Ledger is that you can't really do a direct integration easily. I talked a little bit to their team in real life at Con, and most likely it's something that would require very high costs to be approved on Ledger Live. And with a direct integration, I'm not really sure about that. Like maybe Damir would know a little bit better if there's anything technically that we can do to integrate, but I don't know.
Actually, the technical part is the easy part. Getting the thing approved is the complex part. So yeah, if that's a blocker for now, we'll continue pushing, but let's see how it evolves. It's the ball is in their side, I would say. Then there was a question about ambassador program. I don't know if we answered this one already. Is there gonna be a new ambassador program?
Yeah, not yet. I didn't answer about it yet. We'll see how it goes with the new campaign that we are building. But that would definitely be something really nice. I know for sure that Kevin started already to work on this. But yeah, nothing too special that I can say about it for now.
Okay. Thank you, E, for the good words. Somebody's asking, can we have a wallet for Android, not iOS? Actually, I think you missed it, but we just demonstrated beta of the mobile wallet for Massa, so please feel free to check it out. So then somebody's asking, what's the tech stack behind Cléance AI? Is the AI on chain or off chain? So for the Cléance, so the transparent banking system, most of the parts will have to be centralized, unfortunately, because we need to comply with some banking rules. That being said, what we're gonna allow is stuff that other banks don't do, which is integration with blockchains directly, and especially Massa. So you'll see more about it, but we're gonna allow, for example, disintermediation of payments. You'll be able to buy, to transfer money internationally, to buy digital goods without a third party, without an escrow, this kind of stuff. So get ready for it. Yeah, so basically, how does it affect core banking? Is it related to check audit? Yeah, I mean, there's rules. We cannot just be a bank while being fully decentralized, unfortunately. But we can integrate tightly, and this is what we're gonna do. How is your background in machine learning linked to the project? There's going to be AI assistance in Cléance. There's going to be a lot of integration, MCP integration with AI as well. So it's gonna be an interesting one. And for those who don't know, the founders of the Massa project all have PhDs in machine learning and AI, basically. So we like this field, but we haven't used it much yet, but it's coming. How complex is the technical implementation? I don't know of what, but usually the answer is it's gonna take months. So hopefully, if you're talking about Cléance, for example, it's gonna take months to be ready, of course. And yeah, that were all the questions on the side here. Were there any other things you guys wanted to address?
I don't think so. I think we've covered quite a bit, and it's also nearing 1 hour, so it's a little bit longer than the usual community lives that we do.
Yeah.
We don't want people to get too bored. But if there's any other questions, you guys can feel free to send them to us in private. If you have any suggestions for bounties, since we will have to update them a little bit, feel free to send them. If possible, make like a good document about it that is concrete, so it's not just some type of suggestion that is like, oh, what if we send the Massa rocket to space? Like, do something decent, and we will look at it, and maybe we can even reward you if it's something really good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There was another question that came in.
Any plans
Any
for a
plans
craft for
for
Massa VPN? I would love to see that. I think that's one of the things that we don't have on Massa, which is currently any kind of way to hide your IP address, to access areas that are blocked, where internet is not directly routable, stuff like this. I think that would be a very nice project. I would love it.
We can add it to the website. That's a good thing.
Okay. Can we have more community calls with all the founders more often? Well, the thing is that we also we're trying to put as much time as possible into making all these topics move forward. So it's why I didn't even shave my beard for this call. So we're gonna try to communicate more, of course. But yeah, the priority remains, of course, to move forward with all these many topics that we are on.
And don't forget to check the beta tests that are coming on. So mobile wallet and node manager.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Nice.
Thank you, Joao. Thank you, Daniel, for managing this call. Thank you, Sebastian, for being there as well.
Thanks,
And
Daniel.
thanks to myself as well. I pulled
Thank
out
you,
a Snoop
Daniel.
Dogg here.
Okay, see you soon, guys.
See you soon.
Thank you guys
Yes.
very much.